Welcome back into Wade Stadium as the final score of this ball game. The Eau Claire Express win this one by a score of 12-5 over their division rivals in the Duluth Huskies. Thanks so much for sticking with us tonight. We welcome you back into the Crow's Nest here at Wade Stadium. I'm Max Stapleton, joined alongside Wyatt Copeman. Wyatt, a brutal game for the Huskies overall. 30 combined hits, 17 combined runs. It was an offensive showing today.
It was just a very different offensive showing than what the Huskies were used to. You look at 4 runs capitalized for in the 9th inning against the Wilmer Stingers. First innings, just not what you needed from your starting pitching. You were looking for Hamilton, who picked up his first loss in the season, to be able to come out and set a standard against an Eau Claire Express team that has really had its way in hitting, and especially in 1-out and 2-out hitting situations this year. The Huskies, they fall detrimental again towards the Eau Claire Express, looking to capitalize tomorrow.
Yeah, taking a look at some of the members of this Eau Claire Express teams today, there have been a couple of fantastic days. The ones that stand out to me, Reed Latimer, 5 for 5 on the day, as well as Clay Kahn, 4 for 4 with a walk.
Well, the important thing for the Express was that they knew they had to capitalize off a high strikeout arm in Jake Hamilton. He came in after leading the Northwoods League, or being tied for the Northwoods League lead before the first half ended. He came in with nearly 45 strikeouts on the season. The Express were able to capitalize on those high 90s fastballs on the outer edge and right down the middle as well. Clay Kahn was able to capitalize for another multi-hit game to his arsenal, or to his collection. So the Eau Claire Express, they were able to convincingly win, and you look no further than the 20 hits they produced tonight.
Yeah, pretty unbelievable. You look at that again, 12 runs on 20 hits, no errors, and 10 men left on base. Just an unbelievable showing from the Eau Claire Express today. Then let's take a look at the Husky side of things on their batting lineup. Jonathan Vastine had himself a pretty good day. How about Jack Painter getting his first home run of the season?
Yeah, and you have to also admire the flaring of Cam Frederick as well. He was able to continue his hitting streak for 4 games in a row. So you appreciate what you're able to get out of that lower third of the lineup. It started quiet. That lower third of the lineup started 0 for 3. You look at Jake Shalanka as well. He started to evolve here in the designated hitter slot, and just like that, the Huskies started to find a little more momentum going at that upper third of the lineup, something we were accustomed to seeing at that beginning of the season before the first half ended.
It was an absolutely unbelievable day, full of great offense. We talked about in the pregame show, Wyatt, the bullpen for the Huskies. It's been pretty good as of late. They did get a little bit more beat up today, but still not a bad day overall.
Definitely not. And now J.D. McReynolds no longer a relief option here for this Huskies team. They went to Michael Sarhat out of the bullpen after Mike Hallquist ran into another bump of trouble after he gave up 4 runs to the Minnesota Mud Puppies. Sarhat came in. He kept the Express to a minimum. You look for only a couple of runs out of your relievers, especially after the dam starts to burst. Sarhat was able to sort of reduce the damage being exhibited from the Eau Claire Express, which continued to keep its foot on the gas pedal with those 20 hits. But then you also look to Andrew Brockwell as well. A couple of new guys coming in as well. Ryan Chminsky also showing his ability to keep the Eau Claire Express to a minimum, and that's what you need if you're the Huskies against an Express team that's certainly going to be a juggernaut coming into the playoffs a week from now.
All right, we had a combined 17 runs in today's game, so let's take a look at some of them. We got our highlights package right here on deck.
And starting off, of course, the Huskies, they knew that they were going to be in trouble, especially when Jake Sapien was roping an RBI single. That's all the Express really needed. And then just before you know that, the Huskies turned a 1-6-3 double play. But before that, of course, Reed Latimer also roping on a single into center field, and the Express, they were charging.
Yeah, right after that, we finally get to that 1-6-3 double play from Jake Hamilton. Right here, though, it's another run on a wild pitch, makes it a 3-0 ball game. Now's the 1-6-3 double play. We get there eventually. Jake Hamilton really needed that, got out of the inning. At this point in the game, it felt still in reach for the Huskies. But then Rosengard right there with an RBI triple out into left field. Going back, Jonathan Vastine can't make the catch. One hops the wall, make it a 4-0 game.
And then Peter Brookshaw was able to capitalize on a sacrifice fly as well. That would open the lead to 5 for the Express, and they really didn't let up at all. Some teams, they don't have that ability to continue to power, but Sam Kaczynski, really also capitalizing to set up Hunt as well before Painter home run.
Yeah, there's that Kaczynski RBI single right there into right field. That one made it a 6-0 game. The Express just kept on pouring on and pouring on. Sam Hunt out into right field, 2 RBI single himself. Joe Voss to cut it off. This one now 9-0, and it felt pretty much out of reach for the Huskies at this point. But then they got a little bit of action here in the bottom of the 3rd inning. Jack Painter, he's looked really good in the last couple of weeks, got his first bomb of the season.
And these last couple of weeks, first home runs for Painter, also Joe Voss in the leadoff spot today. And then some defensive prowess as well. The Huskies did a good job of turning double plays.
Yeah, look at that stop. Eddie Satiski beautiful over on first base, 1,000 fielding percentage over at Nebraska Omaha. Then Jonathan Vastine with a nice shot into right field. He has a 2 RBI double to make it a 9-3 ball game. Vastine, he has been fantastic overall in the season, just continuing to show why today.
Yeah, the Huskies, they didn't give up by any means. You could see it there. They had a lot of energy to continue letting out there, but the Express coming right back right away with RBI hits.
Yeah, the Express did not let go of this game at any point. It felt like any time the Huskies got their foot back in the door, the Express just kept on shutting it. This time, Fugere, how about having your first 2 hits of the season so far today? This time it was an RBI to make it a 10-4 ball game.
Definitely not easy, especially in a 7-run deficit. No hits in your first 2 games either.
Then Sam Kaczynski, his next RBI comes in the form of a sacrifice fly into right field. And then Clay Kahn as well got himself an RBI coming after that with his base hit into right field. At this point, it was 13-5. Just not enough room for the Huskies to make up ground.
Yeah, and then the Eau Claire Express, they continued to punish the Huskies lineup as well. Turning to that 5-4-3 double play, they go around the horn. The Huskies could really do nothing about that as their chances continue to wind down.
And after a long night of baseball, Jake Schlonk on the first pitch he sees, skies it into center field. And the game was over. The Eau Claire Express ended up winning this one by a score of 12-5 overall. A really tough day for the Huskies. The Express clinched home field advantage in that first round games against this Duluth squad. Look, the Express, they're 7-0 against the Huskies this year. They are a tough cookie to crack right now. If you're the Huskies, what do you have to do better tomorrow?
You have to be able to attack the starting pitching more. You got 3 earned runs, especially out of Ethan Luthen, making his second start on the season. But nonetheless, the Huskies did not capitalize enough in 2-out situations. That's what separated the Huskies from being a playoff contender versus the Express being a consistent division contender, perhaps a past first-round contender as well. And that's where it really matters the most. In a playoff preview like today, you have to be able to exhibit your dominance and be able to capitalize with 2 outs and runners on second and third, maybe just runners on the corners or just one on, as we saw from that big RBI triple that nearly cleared the wall for a 2-run blast in those early innings. And so the Express, they have a lot of pressure. The Huskies, how do they come out of that? We'll see tomorrow.
Yeah, we'll see how they come out of that tomorrow. Some may say the Huskies, they don't have a win against the Express. What are they doing wrong? Personally, I just say the Huskies are due for a win. We might see that one tomorrow afternoon. We'll give you the final lines for today's game one more time. 12 runs on 20 hits, no errors, and 10 men left on base for Eau Claire in today's contest. For Duluth, 5 left on base themselves. Ethan Luthen will get the win. He improves to 3-1 on the season, while Jake Hamilton collects his first loss of the season. He drops to 3-1. It was a game that took 2 hours and 41 minutes. It was a great day of baseball overall. If you liked offense, you should have liked this game a lot. 17 combined runs between the two teams. We thank you so much for sticking with us here on the Northwoods League Baseball Network. For Wyatt Kopelman and everyone here at Duluth, I'm Max Stapleton saying goodnight as you've been watching Huskies baseball on the Northwoods League Baseball Network.